Ali Khamenei, not just Iran's supreme leader, he's the billionaire behind the scenes, controlling a multi-billion-dollar empire built on gold, private jets, and global real estate, living like royalty in the heart of a struggling nation. But now, with Donald Trump publicly naming Khamenei, all eyes are turning toward him. From the sudden death of President Raisi to growing questions about Iran's future, true power has never belonged to anyone but Khamenei. He commands the military, the judiciary, the finances, and the fear of an entire nation. And now, the question is no longer who will be president, but what will Ali Khamenei do next? Before the empire and the billions, he was just a boy living in a basement. In a narrow alley in Mashhad, Khorasan province, in 1939, a boy named Ali Khamenei was born into a shabby 65-square-meter home. His father, Sayyid Javad, was a humble Islamic scholar whose dinners often consisted of nothing more than bread and a few raisins. The house had no natural light, only a damp basement where the whole family squeezed in together. Young Ali grew up surrounded by Quranic verses and teachings of faith, but deep inside, a greater fire burned within him, the thirst for power. As the years passed, Ali didn't just learn how to recite scripture, he learned how to read people. By the age of 20, he was already involved in anti-Shah movements, quietly building his name within underground revolutionary circles. When the Iranian Islamic Revolution broke out in 1979, Ali Khamenei was no longer the poor basement boy. He had become a sharp-minded cleric, a cold-blooded strategist, and more importantly, a man who knew how to seize the moment. In 1989, following the death of Ruhollah Khomeini, the towering symbol of the revolution, Ali Khamenei ascended the throne of power, taking the title of supreme leader. But unlike the image of a humble cleric, he quietly built a vast financial empire, hidden behind sermons on morality. From a man who once dined on bread and raisins, he became a secret billionaire, amassing an estimated fortune of over 100 billion through gold, real estate, and control over the oil flows that fuel the world. Ali Khamenei is not just a spiritual leader. He is the architect of a complex financial system stretching from Tehran to tax havens across Europe and the Caribbean. Through religious foundations like Setad, he controls billions in oil revenues, property holdings, and front companies. A 2013 Reuters investigation revealed that Setad, a network directly overseen by Khamenei, held assets worth $95 billion, including hospitals, factories, and prime real estate across Tehran. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. In the shadows, the Khamenei family operates like a royal mafia syndicate. The second son, Mojtaba Khamenei, is the prince of the empire. With an estimated personal fortune of $3 billion, Mojtaba owns private jets and purebred racehorses and collects a commission on every barrel of exported oil, $1 per barrel from China and up to $15 from other countries. A special gift from former Tehran Mayor Kalibaf included thousands of hectares of land in Abbasabad, a real estate gold mine worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The third son, Masood, is the family's numbers man. Officially, he manages his father's websites, but behind the scenes, he oversees a web of bank accounts in France, the UK, and Switzerland, holding more than $400 million. The youngest son, Mazem, built his fortune by monopolizing the distribution of Renault cars in Iran, with a personal net worth of around $200 million. The daughters, Boshra and Hoda, live lavishly, adorned in diamond jewelry and running luxury fashion salons from within the family estate. Their uncle, Hassan, quietly pockets $42 million annually from his grip on the Sony electronics market in Iran. While ordinary Iranians stand in long lines for food amid runaway inflation, the Khamenei family lives like Hollywood royalty, fortress-like mansions, luxury cars, and discreet, lavish parties. An insider revealed that during one such dinner party, Mojtaba once demanded the import of French wine, costing $10,000 a bottle, despite Iran's strict alcohol ban. Imagine a residence on Palestine Street in the heart of Tehran. Not just a house, but a modern palace. Lush gardens, a library floored with rare woods, and a garage filled with luxury cars like the BMW 7 Series, Mercedes-Benz SL, and Porsche Cayenne, worth nearly $1 million in total. This isn't a Hollywood movie set. It's the home of Ali Khamenei. His official monthly salary is reported at just $2,400, but that's merely a facade. His actual income, funneled through religious foundations and shell companies, ranges from $12 million to $120 million a year. Khamenei doesn't just live lavishly, he knows how to hide it. Residences across Europe, from London to Paris, are registered under the names of trusted associates. According to a source from The Telegraph, he owns a villa in Switzerland, where he secretly vacationed in the 1990s under the guise of religious research. Private jets fly him and his family to luxury destinations, from the Maldives to Dubai, always listed under shell companies in the UAE. But what makes this lifestyle truly shocking is the contrast. While Khamenei preaches modesty and denounces Western capitalism, he indulges in the very luxuries he publicly condemns. One witness recalled, "He stood before the crowd, draped in a simple robe, preaching about the dignity of the poor. But once the doors closed, he sat in a leather chair, sipping tea from a silver cup, discussing investment portfolios in London." In 2025, the world witnessed a different Ali Khamenei. No longer the confident leader addressing crowds, he now hides inside a secret bunker, protected by an invisible special ops unit so covert that even high-ranking commanders of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, are unaware of its existence. Sources from Tehran report that, after a series of precision assassinations by Israel targeting Iranian officers and nuclear scientists, Khamenei now lives in constant fear. To Israel, Iran is not just a threat, it's a waking nightmare. Within just 1 week, Israeli special operations eliminated 11 IRGC officers and 14 nuclear scientists connected to Tehran's weapons program. In retaliation, an Iran-backed militant group, operating from outside Iranian territory, launched missiles into Israel. One of those missiles struck a hospital in the southern city of Beersheba, causing severe damage. The attack sparked outrage within the Israeli government. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, called Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei the modern-day Hitler. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared, "Eliminating Khamenei is the fastest path to ending this conflict." Khamenei no longer travels by car. It's far too risky. His public appearances are now pre-recorded in a secret studio with brown curtains and dim lighting carefully designed to obscure the location. Intelligence experts believe he's hiding inside a fortified underground IRGC complex in Tehran, reinforced with concrete and steel, protected by a security system on par with the Pentagon. But no matter how well he hides, Khamenei knows that Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, has deeply infiltrated Iran's internal systems. Every message, every phone call from those closest to him could be intercepted. Israeli AI technology sifts through every detail, every digital footprint, building a profile to track him down. Donald Trump's return to the White House in 2025 sent shockwaves through the global geopolitical chessboard. Trump, who once blocked Israeli plans to assassinate Khamenei, has now changed his tone. In a post on Truth Social, he wrote, "We know exactly where the so-called Supreme Leader is hiding. He's an easy target." The phrase, at least for now in his statement, was a veiled threat, like a gun already cocked. Even with near absolute power, Khamenei could feel the pressure. On June 18, 2025, he appeared in a pre-recorded video looking frail and exhausted. Gone were the fiery speeches. All that remained was a weak message. I am still alive. But behind the scenes, he was playing a desperate game of chess. His envoys, through intermediaries in Qatar, had quietly reached out to Washington, proposing negotiations. Trump, true to form, publicly exposed the effort, humiliating Khamenei on the world stage. Tehran denied it, but the truth was undeniable. Khamenei was afraid. He ordered diplomatic channels from Iraq to France to explore options for reopening dialogue. He hoped Russia or China might step in as mediators, providing him a political shield. But Israel wasn't waiting. Their strikes had already destroyed several nuclear facilities and Iranian command centers. The IDF even took the unusual step of openly recruiting volunteers to assist Mossad via social media, turning the manhunt into a public psychological campaign. While Khamenei remained in hiding, the Iranian people grew increasingly disillusioned. Hyperinflation, food shortages, and a restless youth dreaming of freedom were pushing the nation to the brink. Meanwhile, the Khamenei family continued to live like royalty. Mojtaba threw lavish yacht parties in Dubai. Masood funneled investments into tech startups in Silicon Valley. Mazem added another supercar to his growing collection. Daughters Boshra and Hoda flaunted diamond jewelry at private soirees in Tehran. The contrast sparked a wave of fury. An Iranian hacker group calling itself Justice for the People leaked a trove of documents exposing the Khamenei family's wealth. Photos of luxury estates, invoices for supercars, and scans of foreign bank accounts flooded Iranian social media. One viral post on X read, "They preach faith but live like American billionaires. This is the regime's true face." Reza Pahlavi, the exiled crown prince, began speaking out from London. He called for a new revolution, promising a free Iran, unshackled from dogma and corruption. Though he has no army, his voice is spreading, especially among Iran's youth, a generation raised on the internet and hungry for change. Khamenei knows time is running out. He faces two options: resist and risk annihilation, or negotiate and endure humiliation. In Persian culture, humiliation is considered worse than death. But Khamenei is no martyr. He is a survivor. He ordered a temporary halt to uranium enrichment, a staged gesture aimed at appeasing Trump. Through Qatar, he offered a deal. Iran would cooperate on the nuclear issue in exchange for the US and Israel pausing their threats. Trump, ever theatrical, declared it a bloodless victory. But in the shadows, Khamenei wasn't abandoning his ambitions. He instructed nuclear scientists to transfer sensitive documents onto encrypted hard drives, hidden in locations even Mossad would struggle to uncover. In Shia Islamic doctrine, taqiyya, the art of deception to protect the faith, is entirely legitimate. Khamenei wasn't surrendering. He was playing the long game. Ali Khamenei is not merely a religious leader. He is a billionaire, a strategist, and a master manipulator. From a poor boy in Mashhad, he built an empire of wealth and power, ruling an entire nation through fear and faith. But now, as the world tightens its grip, as Israel and Trump sharpen their blades, he must face the ultimate question. Is his legacy worth the cost? In one of his rare televised appearances, he declared, "I am ready to sacrifice everything for Islam." Yet his actions tell a different story of a man hiding in a bunker, protecting his empire at all costs, even if it means deceiving his own people. The Iranian people, weary from poverty and repression, are beginning to ask, is this the leader we once revered? As the spotlight of global politics turns toward him, Ali Khamenei stands at a final crossroads. Survive in humiliation or die a symbol. His choice will shape not only his own fate, but the future of Iran, and perhaps the world. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gripping stories about the world's most powerful and mysterious figures. Thanks for watching and staying with us.